Mikey Boohyah, and William Waffles.
I don't drink soda.
Welcome to the Natural Habitat Podcast, first of all. My name is Mikey Boohyah.
Welcome.
We never do this anymore.
Yeah.
We rarely, I think it's been probably 50 episodes since we've done any sort of introduction.
Well, heaven forbid that we have some new listeners. They're just not knowing what's going on. They're like, what podcast am I listening to? Who are these voices? What is this? What is happening?
I can't read my phone.
What have I selected?
Mm-hmm. What if I randomly selected blindfolded in the App Store? And
well, they have that button now that just you hit it and it just plays you a random podcast.
Oh, really?
No. But
is that like the?
That would be neat.
That would be actually pretty cool.
Just like I'm feeling lucky button on Google.
There should be like
my headphones are cutting in and out. It probably doesn't matter.
Is that them?
No.
Is that them?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. How's that? Better?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Sweet.
It's resolved the problem.
But that's actually not a bad idea of doing like maybe themes. Like, how are you feeling right now? Like, trying to explode your Dr. Pepper all over the place?
All over the equipment.
He'd be like, I'm feeling, I'm creative, I'm bored, I'm, lack of motivation, like all these different things. And you click on it and it'll give you a random podcast that's along that line. And it'll just pull from all the algorithms and all the tags.
Yeah.
And
you need motivation. Boom. 2 white women talking about being blessed.
Mm-hmm.
You need information about a particular industry. Boom. 2 know-it-alls giving you the lowdown on whatever it is
you need to write an angry YouTube comment. Boom, 2 stoners talking about movies.
Right.
Because that's all the comments I've been getting on YouTube for the past month. It's just angry people finding old episodes and being like, why are 2 stoners telling me about this? I hate you.
You have no business. Mm-hmm. I know more than you.
Yeah. Apparently. That's what it's come down to.
Should we address the fact that we're also being recorded on video right now? Because I think that's worth mentioning.
Yeah, okay, that's not a bad idea. This video is going to be available on YouTube, so you can go there and comment on it and say that 2 stoners, probably shouldn't be talking about whatever it is we talk about today.
That's right. We're live here in the studios, Rogue Media 805. We should probably start mentioning that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I should say at the top of the show that I really don't.
I was listening to a podcast about action figures, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how they listen to podcasts. And this section of a podcast is commonly referred to as your housekeeping, where you get all your bullshit out of the way and make sure that you bring up all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, well, this podcast is a mess.
Yeah.
But you also can find this mess on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Google Podcasts. SoundCloud.
If you're a child rapper.
Yeah. It's available everywhere. Almost 450 episodes.
What are we going to do for 500? Oh, we can't say that on the air.
No, that's definitely a surprise. 500, we're gonna watch the movie 300, and then we're gonna watch 101 Dalmatians, and then we're gonna listen to the song 99 Problems by Jay-Z, and then it'll be over.
That's a hell of a celebration, I guess.
I think that math checks out. But anything else that we're missing?
Nope, I think that does it for our housekeeping.
Yeah, I think so, right? Oh, also, you could find our respective musics on Spotify's and all the digital streaming platforms, Mikey Boohyah, and also Rogue Status.
Rogue Status, and also Hanaya?
Hanaya, yeah.
All of the Rogue Media talent, I guess. You can find little braids and...
Young braids, little CVS. Little braids, little CVS. Kid Wonder.
Little rascal. We got a whole little pack of little fellas.
Yeah, little Da Vinci's out there.
Little guys.
Yeah. Bunch of little guys out here, and they're grinding and they're making noise. And you could find all that on the onlines. We're actually working on this might be a secret time. So if you're out here listening, don't tell anybody this because this isn't an official announcement. But we're working on putting together a Rogue Media Spotify.
Oh,
not a boy band. A Rogue Media. Dude, that actually, scratch what I just said. Yeah. We're working on putting together a Rogue Media boy band.
Can't it be both?
We got Lil Braids.
I mean, I figure like the two lend, to each other hand in hand.
Absolutely, so. Absolutely. Lil Braids, Lil CVS. We got Young Kid Wonder, and the other ones that we said earlier, Hanaya, as well as Rogue Status is going to be in it, and I'm going to be in it as well.
I just want to be like the Lou Pearlman of the whole affair.
That's fine.
It's like pulling the strings and like ciphering off the profits.
Mm-hmm. I think that we're a little bit older, so I think that we'll be a lot better when it comes to the boy band formula and what we have to do. Oh, it looks like
Raiders have already scored a touchdown. Fuck it.
I think we cut the beginning out, but just in case. It is football today, and Ty has a laptop on the table behind him where he can turn all the way around and look at the score for the Raiders game.
Yeah.
You can watch Ty look behind him at the score of the Raiders game.
The game just started, and so far this season, the Raiders have been fantastic in the first half, the beginning of the game, and then just miserable in the second. So, I should be this if this trend continues, I should be in a good mood for the duration of this podcast, and then miserable shortly thereafter, which everybody's probably going to miss. But
well, too bad.
Yeah.
But we can't legally show the game, but we can show Ty's reaction to the game, and that is available on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm. So you can go ahead and see Ty turning around. He's doing it right now. Yeah. You might not be able to hear that, but he's turning around and he's going to refresh that browser. Because something's going on, and we're having a video buffering situation with the Raiders game. So I'm really just going to wish him luck. And let's see. I don't think there's anything else that we have to housekeep. This place is a mess. I need to do more housekeeping, man. Definitely. So tell your friends. Subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I'm killing time until Ty gets back over here. Because I can't really pause the episode. Because then I'm going to have to change the video. Oh, we're back. I see football happening over there. They're footballing hard. Somebody took the football out of the area. Me explaining football is fun. Because I don't watch football. So I don't know any of the terms. It's like if someone asks you like they see your new car.
Sure, well let me just explain the game to you, and essentially
this actually could be good. This could help.
There's two teams.
Two teams.
They've both got 11 men at a time.
11? Two teams of 11?
Well, no, 11 men on the field at a time. You got,
okay, yeah.
Your offense and your defense.
Yeah. And
they're essentially trying to move the ball forward up the field for a total of 100 yards to score a touchdown. A touchdown is 7 or 6 points, essentially.
Up the field, so it's like a ladder match? Like you have to get up to like a high point of the field with the ball?
No, I mean forward.
Oh, okay. Like across. Forward
on a flat, even playing field.
Like the earth. Like how much people believe the Earth is flat.
No, the Earth isn't flat. It's actually
it's an oblate spheroid.
Right.
But much like that.
So, yeah, more or less.
Okay.
Sure.
And then what?
And then once you make the touchdown, like I said, you have the opportunity to either go for an additional 1 point by kicking the football through a goalpost, which is
I've seen that.
Yeah, exactly.
Big yellow thing.
And then a less common occurrence, but still, relevant to depending on your game plan, is to go for 2 points as opposed to the single point, and that would be by pushing the ball forward again through, from the 1 yard line to the.
And that's called the MP3 conversion.
Yes, correct.
Cool. See, I think I have like some of it, but I don't know all of the terms. So it's like when someone like walks up and they're like, "Hey, is that your car?" And you're like, "Yeah," and they're like, "What do you got under the hood?" As soon as you start saying words, they immediately know that you don't know cars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right away.
Yep. And then they try to
So it's easier to just be like, I don't know, dude, and then have them just judge you and walk away. So that's what it's like with football. Like if I'm at someone's house and they're watching football and they step out for a second and come back and something happened and they go, Mikey, what happened? What just happened? You were watching. I would have zero luck explaining it without embarrassing myself. I mean, not necessarily embarrassing myself, but revealing the fact that I don't know anything about football.
You wouldn't be able to explain that there was just a strip sack and the linebacker returned the ball 99 for the defensive touchdown.
No, absolutely not. Okay. There's no way anything close to that would have came out of my mouth. I would have been like the one guy with the braid sticking out of his helmet. He fell, and then the other guy picked up the ball and he ran, tried to run for a touchdown, and somebody tackled him. That's like as close as I would get. I started that like I was gonna like embellish it as a joke, and then I just decided to be real.
Yeah.
And that's about what it would sound like.
I'm a big football fan, big Raiders fan. But, yeah.
I think
it's not for everyone.
I think the world
It's
knows
not
that.
For Donald Trump. It's not for Mikey Boohyah. The president and Mikey Boohyah have that in common.
Why is that?
You
Why
can
are you doing
assume.
this?
I mean, you can assume that if Mikey Boohyah and Donald Trump have that in common, I mean, they must have any number of other things in common.
Why would you assume that?
Whether that's racism or not, like that's
a lot of people have.
That's open for you to speculate, listener.
A lot of people have a lot of things in common. Okay. He also likes cheeseburgers. Wait, no, I shouldn't just add more things that I have in common with Trump. I'll be like, what about this? I want to talk about real quick this show, one of the most amazing shows ever made, American Vandal. The first season was beautifully done in the mockumentary style, to where we were talking about it before we started, how it's really easy to suspend your belief and just get like super sucked.
Your disbelief,
disbelief, and just get sucked into it.
Yeah, you forget that you're watching something that was essentially scripted. It's done so well, and that's what really a good mockumentary should do. You should forget that it's like fake. Like, I mean, if you look back at throughout the history of mockumentaries, all the good ones have had that aspect,
that real feel to it.
Sort of.
Mm-hmm. But even though it is super embellished and super extreme.
You know that you're watching a mockumentary, obviously, and that it's not real, but
it somehow tricks your brain halfway through.
Yeah. If it's shot, it's shot impressively. I guess that would be the thing. Is like it's really produced impressively to where like you're like, oh shit, like this is like really like
it has to look good and bad at the same time.
There's so many little fine details. Like I don't know. I'm bad at remembering specifics, but
yeah, the new season is dope. The Brownout, and there's been a lot of their like cool marketing shit is the video, like the cell phone footage of everybody shitting their pants that day at school went around as a viral video and duped a bunch of our less intelligent friends. Like Roach Clip.
Roach Clip, yeah, he fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
Some other people, they like called me like, did you see the video? It was real.
This is actual security footage from a prep school where children were poisoned and they all shit themselves at the exact same time in the lunchroom, and this is how it happened.
And this is real. And this is real footage documented for us on Facebook.
Yep.
So, great marketing campaign. Because they just get all of these, slow, dumb people that live in like little towns, like Shandon and stuff like that.
A bunch of Shandon dum-dums.
To just be like, Berg, and they buy everything. They'll believe anything. So that's a good way. I mean, he and also other people, a bunch of these.
Mostly him.
Yeah, they all shared this video as if it was a real thing. Which are pretty much
this is how Russia got us to vote for Trump.
Very true. And it was a genius marketing campaign. So apparently they just hired Russia. We just figured that out. Now I don't want to talk about it anymore. Have you seen this video of Kid Boo?
No. Kid Boo. He looks like a kid.
Making a lot of noise recently, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, everyone works towards that, you know, that video that goes viral. And it looks like you have like a nice little handful of them now. You know what I mean? It's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, I got my hands a bit full now. Thanks to these accomplishments.
He like didn't even understand the question, I'm pretty sure. He just heard the words and then just recited the words back.
Wait, so what?
Hey man, you got
I just read the title of the video.
Yeah, don't give it up, all right?
A few more extra things in my hand I didn't quite anticipate, but it all comes with the territory, I suppose.
What? The answer didn't match the question.
Where'd you grow up?
No, not at all. He didn't answer the question at all. he just rearranged the words.
Okay. I guess you originally were born in Jersey.
I think he's just like all zanned out or whatever the kids do.
Yeah.
He's like all fucked up.
Yeah, he looks like, yeah.
Yeah. Originally, my first gen. I'm a second gen now. That's why you see the celebrity bursts say I'm born in Toronto, but that's false. My first gen was born in Jersey. However, I was cloned by Clonaid in Canada. My model number is 0112568, if anyone wants to see the registration in Clonaid.
Okay. So then you ended up in South Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. And what nationality are you?
Sicilian and Puerto Rican.
Okay. Sicilian and Puerto Rican.
You see his eyes like fluttering every time he blinks? Like when he blinks, he goes like...
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that now.
Those are my two genomes.
Okay. Who's the Puerto Rican one? Who's the Sicilian one?
When I was cloned, they wiped a lot of memory, but when I stole the documents before escaping, I read that the mother was Puerto Rican and I guess the father's surrogate, you could say, was the sperm donor was the Sicilian.
Okay, so you're a test tube baby.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
And I guess you have a fraternal twin.
Yep.
Brother or sister?
Brother.
Okay. So you guys, you know, fraternal twins, you know, is different from identical twins. So do you guys look kind of similar or not really?
I don't think anyone looks as similar as me.
What a fucking piece of shit statement. He's like, look at how original I am.
I think a lot of people look.
Yeah, I think everybody looks like you.
I think what was it? The guy that was just in the Kanye video with the big suits guy.
Yeah, big suit.
Exactly like him.
I think his name is Lil Suit.
Plump.
Lil Suit.
Oh yeah.
Lil Suit.
Okay.
That's an ironic name because his suit is so big.
Yeah, we're close. We're really close.
Okay. So, you were actually raised by a single mother.
Yeah, that's true. Our mom, single.
Where was your father around during that time?
I don't know. Like I said, a lot of the memories from Clonaid.
He got real for a second.
Just so that way the new gen can move forward with whatever new programming was made.
He's like, you were raised by a single mom, and he was like, yeah, that's true. And he like had like some memory of like him as a child with his mom, and then he just started going back into the Clonaid stuff.
Okay. And growing up in South Florida, was it kind of some rough neighborhoods that you were in?
Absolutely. Some of the other stuff was tough, but it was to have appreciation later. You know, like watching what type of meals your mother can create through whatever means she had to create, whatever food. It can whip up something out of nothing. And too, like, I don't want people to think that I want to use the situation to gain some sort of clout in hip-hop, because people in hip-hop tend to like to use gangster violence and experiences that way towards their story and music.
Should be as a cautionary tale, though.
Yeah, right. Everybody wants heaven. No one wants death. Get taken, especially younger people. I didn't really feel anything. I didn't even go to a lot of the funerals.
What's he talking about
to the
now?
wake and then
I'm not sure who's he's talking
leave.
about.
Okay. What was that like being a teenager and suddenly seeing all that death around you?
I want to hear more about this cloning facility.
Yeah.
that
Dying as a teenager is not
from.
Me too.
Like I'm confused. Like
we can live like immortality, like immortal, through synthesis and DNA that we can.
I mean, because that's the concerning part to me.
Yeah, I don't care about
through clones.
Yeah, I don't care about your opinions of death, man.
Now.
Like, you escaped from a
I'm actually
cloning facility. That's
shout out Clonaid. Shout out Clonaid.
Clonaid.
What's that?
Shout out Clonaid.
Yeah. Well, you could actually, as soon as you die,
don't worry, I got Clonaid pulled up.
Body.
I'm ready to go.
Well, what happened with my first gen is they took the skull, because he initially had written in a will to the Raelian movement that if something were to happen to him, they can ship the skull over immediately to Clonaid, so they can remove a fragment of bone that's located here. And in this fragment of bone, it stores all of your memories and consciousness. And with that, they can make a sufficient replica of yourself, a reproductive version of you, including your memories. And you can be selective as to which ones you keep or don't keep.
All right.
This process has been around for quite some time. Dolly the sheep was cloned back in, I think, the late 70s, early 80s, if I'm not mistaken.
Dolly the sheep, yeah, I remember that. And they've cloned a lot of animals over the years.
Yeah, Clonaid, don't want to say too much information. This is going to be broadcasted on the internet.
But I don't think they could transfer the actual memories, though.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're living proof of this?
Yeah, I'm living proof. Except all the memories. A lot of them I don't have because of drugs and alcohol I abused as a teenager. So it's kind of like burning an MP3 CD, right? So let's say, we don't do this, people don't do this anymore, but back in the day, you would bootleg a CD, you would need the original copy. You put it in, it reads the disc, transfers all the files. You have the same exact CD. It's the same thing. All the tracks, everything. Every bar, every hit from every note, everything's going to be on there. Now, if I scratch that CD, I may not be able to read all the files on the disc, making it impossible to transfer and make a new one, a new copy.
What the fuck is the CD? What the hell is this guy talking about?
I think it's amazing that they even were able to make Gucci.
They made Gucci.
Right, because they cloned him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if Clonaid did. I'm pretty sure like that was done from a separate company. But yeah, clearly
everyone was saying he was cloned as soon as he got out of jail. He looked different. He talked different.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in jail.
Even his teeth and the smile.
Right, he was smiling a lot more.
Yeah, he did, definitely. I like Gucci. I like new Gucci. I like second gen Gucci.
Second gen Gucci.
Okay, so Gucci was the first hip hop clone, but you're the second.
Maybe if there's others, I don't know. But I don't even think just hip hop. I consider myself like more of a rock star, pop star. So Michael then technically was the first. If you people think he was a clone.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't even know. Like that's quite.
Well, okay. Check this out. Clonaid is an actual company. That's an American-based human cloning organization registered as a company in the Bahamas and founded in 1997. Now, it has ties to realism, which is some sort of UFO-based religion.
Realism, yeah.
Realism.
Yeah. I've heard of that. Yep.
And they see cloning as the first step of achieving immortality. So this is like an actual company that was started by a dude, and allegedly they were sued. The CEO of Clonaid on December 27th, 2002, announced at a press conference in Hollywood, Florida, that Clonaid had successfully performed the first human reproductive cloning. He said that the mother delivered Eve by cesarean section somewhere outside the United States, and that both were healthy. So the first cloned baby from them was named Eve. And then George W. Bush responded to it, who was the president at the time, and said that human cloning was deeply troubling. And they started this ban on human cloning, and Clonaid got sued, and nobody knows what happened to Eve. It's like a big fucking conspiracy theory. But there was this baby that got cloned that was successful clone from Clonaid, and they shut down human cloning, and that's when cloning was popping off, and we had Dolly the sheep and shit.
It's crazy.
So, according to, like, this is a fucking Biofusion Tech Incorporated. Oh, you want to go to their website? This doesn't look real.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's absolutely not legit. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Contact. What's the contact?
Unless they made...
Can we get a phone number? I have questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're related to the Raelian shit.
Oh,
like,
of course.
Yeah, for sure. Oh.
So...
Invest. Go to invest. Yeah. A broken image link first.
Yeah, it's like this video or this website was made in 2006.
Did you know without a question mark? Yeah. 2006 through 2009 is the copyright. All right, yeah. So Kid Boo's full of shit.
I wonder if we could find a phone number. Clonaid. The first hybrid human clone was created in November 1998 by Advanced Cell Technology. It was created using SINT. A nucleus was taken from a man's leg and inserted into a crow's egg, from which the nucleus had been removed. Oh, a cow's egg.
Yeah.
And the hybrid cell was cultured and developed into an embryo.
So somewhere out there's a cow man?
I think that's exactly what that says.
Oh, man.
Holy shit. So, yeah, they made this place in the Bahamas. This fucking Raeliism church made this cloning organization in the Bahamas and actually cloned somebody, took it a little bit too far, and got shut down by the government. And now they're closed down. And whoever that guy's name was, Kid Boo, was that his name?
Yeah, Kid Boo.
Kid Boo. He was a clone, obviously.
Man.
But he probably just heard about this, just like we're hearing about this right now, and then just decided to make it part of his backstory, which is actually a pretty cool idea.
Yeah. I mean,
because we just watched this video.
Why not?
There's no way I would ever take in anything that he's ever made.
Absolutely.
But we just watched that video and put it on the podcast.
I mean, it's an interesting move, but I don't hate it.
Yeah.
It's just, it's no different than anybody else's gimmick, I suppose.
That's marketing, baby. Do you say baby too, or is it just me?
Oh, yeah, I say baby all the time.
All right, sweet. Well, I really wish that we could call Clonaid, and it's upsetting me that we can't.
Yeah, it really does. I'd love to have a discussion with whoever's behind it, but obviously they haven't been active since 2009 if they're copyright, which I question that they even had a copyright, to be honest. I feel like they may have just written that on their website.
Yeah, it looks like they just wrote it. Copyright 2006, 2009. Let's call Mark. Let's give Mark a call at Starbucks. For people that aren't aware, we had called Starbucks customer service at one point, got a gentleman named Mark, and had a great conversation with him, and now I've kind of just been trying to get a hold of him ever since. So we try to call every week, and get a hold of Mark.
I think this time we go aggressive.
Please hold while we transfer you to the next available representative. Did you know that you can reload your Starbucks card, check your balance, and review your rewards activity online and through the Starbucks mobile app? For more information, visit Starbucks.
Thank you for calling Starbucks. This is Melina speaking. How may I help you?
Mark, now.
I'm sorry?
Mark, I need to speak with Mark now. This is the...
Melinda, did you not understand now?
Mark.
Okay, sir. I do apologize. I cannot transfer it to a specific person, but I can assist you.
Is your name Mark?
I highly doubt that, Melinda. I highly doubt that.
Can we leave a message for Mark? I need to leave an urgent message for Mark, and I just need you to give it to your supervisor that says, Mark, we're trying to get a hold of you. This is an emergency. We need you to reach back at us. I think we're in there under anonymous, right? We haven't made a Starbucks account yet.
Yeah. Who would want a Starbucks account? Melinda, will you just do your job for once in your life and put Mark on the phone now and not make us jump through hoops and play your games? It's Sunday, Melinda. None of us want to be doing this right now, but here we all are.
Mark, please. Okay. That didn't work. It was worth a shot, though. It was worth a solid shot. Poor Melinda. How you doing over there?
The Raiders are still up. So far, so good. But like I said, they usually blow it late in the game.
So things start to fall apart about halfway through?
Yep.
I wonder what happens.
Correct. I don't know. I think everybody would like to know that, at least all the Raiders fans, certainly.
Has anybody, like, kind of staked out, like, the locker room at halftime to see what kind of things are going down?
My theory is that the Raiders have a lot of older players. Like, the age of their roster is much higher than the average age of any other teams.
So they're getting blown out.
They get a lot of criticism for. And yeah, I think that, these old timers, in reality, these guys are younger than we are. Mm-hmm. But these old timers, these fucking grandpas out there, these 31-year-old fucking jabronis, out there getting gassed and can't, finish the job.
Mm-hmm. That actually does make a lot of sense. Because I would be tired.
Yeah. Once I hit about 25, I think it was all just downhill for me. Mm-hmm. I think that's when I peaked energy-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. You started going down, and then there was a drastic downhill.
Oh, yeah.
At 30.
30, everything.
I remember the day I turned 30, when I woke up, I was like, my back hurts a little bit. I must have slept weird, and it just never went away. And my back's hurt for 2 years. And that's my life. Well, Clonaid is an interesting thing.
Yeah, I kind of wish it was more legitimate. Like I was honestly excited for a minute. Like I was starting to be like, all right, like is this possible? Like I have to consider is this Kid Boo speaking the truth? Is he going to be able to provide evidence? And I'm going to be surprised. But no, sadly, it did not pan out to be authentic.
No, and I mean, I guess the moral of today's episode.
Whoa.
What the hell is that? Why is
there's a car down there.
Why is there just a car down here?
A man in a jersey. A jersey
stealing
man.
Gas? Is he stealing gas?
Who is this man?
I don't know. He's just a guy. He's in the gas thing.
I mean, he was able to open the gas thing, so I assume that is that...
Dude, that fool just came and stole gas for his car. He just put gas in his car.
Should we go ask him who he is?
I'm pretty sure he works here. But, he probably shouldn't be doing that.
Ooh. Busted.
We should go down there and be like...
On camera.
Look at him. He's closing up his gas tank. That fucking guy.
That son of a bitch.
Yep.
Did you have permission? So, to offer context, we share a building with a landscaping service, and apparently they have a stockpile of gas on hand, and it appears that I would imagine one of their employees has brought in his personal vehicle into the location.
He drove it squeezed it in between the fence and the building,
and we're watching him on camera make off with what can only be several gallons of gas at least.
Yep, he was like, man, I need gas. I know what I could do.
Petroleum bandit.
Mm-hmm. So, hey, I mean, I guess that's one of the perks of working at a landscaping company.
Yeah, do we have access to that gas? Cause
possibly. I could use some gas. Yeah. I just got gas before I came here. If I would have known that there was just gas down there that we could take. But, I mean, much like if you work at a restaurant, you usually get, free or discounted food.
Right.
Depending on who's working there. And right now, there's no supervisor on duty. Yeah. So, all the food's free. All the gas is free.
Yeah.
Whatever. A guy took a leaf blower a couple weeks ago. So, all this stuff's free, apparently.
Yeah.
When...
It's up for grabs, even to us who doesn't work for the landscaping company.
Yeah. When the cat's gone, the mice will steal your gas. Well, That was I've never seen that happen before. What a moment.
I hope he had permission. In all seriousness, I hope he had permission.
Yeah, because fucking he'll get fired.
Oh yeah, they know we have cameras, so they could easily just look at the.
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything besides saying it on this podcast to a lot of people, but I'm not gonna say it like for real. Like I'm not gonna personally approach his boss and be like, "Hey, a guy came in here and took some gas." Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But if anyone's like, "Hey," I don't think they would. I mean, gas gets used. There's like fucking 1,000 leaf blowers and lawnmowers down there. But
it's like they say, don't blow a gasket.
They do say that.
Yeah.
And I heard it's expensive.
I don't know that it's necessarily like a relevant saying to the matter at hand.
But it's actually always relevant because you don't want to blow a gasket.
You don't want to blow a gasket. It's bad.
That's over $1,000 fix usually, which is a lot. You know what I mean? A lot for a car fix. It usually kills a lot of cars. Are we doing an episode of Talking Cars?
Talking wrenches.
Let me play the theme song.
Wrenches and.
Welcome to Talking Cars. What was it? Wrenches?
Wrenches and gears. Wrenches and gears. Wrenches and gears. Talking wrenches and gears.
All right, welcome to Wrenches and Gears. Head gaskets are expensive, man.
Oh man, if you blow a head gasket, you might as well just get a new car because 9 times out of 10, it's going to be more cost effective than having to replace every little thing in the motor or whatever it is you have to do. I don't know.
Dude,
I know nothing about wrenches nor gears.
If your head gasket blows and if you take it to a mechanic, they're going to say what you just said. Word for word.
They're going to be like, how much are you going to pay me to tow this piece of shit onto the junkyard? Because you have no car and you have no life.
Yep. And you're kind of failing. You're failing right now. If your parents are around, I hope that they're blind and they can't see you fail. That's what they'll say.
That's what they're going to say.
Mm-hmm. So you say that you don't know gears?
I don't know wrenches. I don't know gears.
But it turns out you do, because you said everything that a mechanic would have said, and I would have had to pay $800 for him to say it. But you said it for free. Wait, do I owe you $800?
I kind of think you do.
Shit. All right. We'll see you next week.
Wrenches and gears. We're talking wrenches and gears.
That was a good episode.
That was probably the best episode of Wrenches and Gears ever.
Yeah, I can stand behind that. Best ever. Best ever. All right. That's about it. The final score at the time of the end of this episode is 7-0 Raiders.
The Raiders are still up, but I have no doubt that they will blow the lead after halftime.
Oh, is this the very end of the first quarter? Is that what's happening?
Oh, yeah. They still have lots of time to blow it. Lots of time there. They're probably well in the process already.
In the Miami Dolphins, is Joe Montana there?
No, Joe Montana wasn't on the Miami Dolphins at any point.
Never?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Nope. You're thinking of Ace Ventura in that movie, remember?
Yeah, and was Joe Montana on the Dolphins?
No.
In Ace Ventura?
No.
They just kidnapped him?
No. Dan Marino
Okay.
is the Miami Dolphins quarterback of notoriety.
That's who I'm thinking of. Dan Marino. Is Dan Marino in this game?
He's probably at the game.
That's cool.
Probably hangs around and critiques the young players.
Yeah, and he gets his old dusty clout from being Dan Marino.
Yep.
Everybody's grandma and grandpa shaking his hand.
He probably approaches people and just like, "Hi, I'm football legend Dan Marino."
Yeah, finds people that look like us, like we would have seen Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, I was at Ace Ventura. I'm Dan Marino."
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I would do, at least.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, until next week.
Wrenches and gears, talking wrenches and gears.
Natural Habitat Recordings.